back here at barbecue, and a little business before we get rocking and rolling. And first off, I got that $25 off again for crowdcow.com. That's a $25 off your order. No obligation to ever buy again, right? That is a great deal. Check those out and follow the link. Also, I got that 15% off for HaleyHome.com, which is a custom cutting board like you see the one I use on the show, right? Father's Day is quickly approaching. You can get the family name engraved, and the prices aren't as expensive as you may think, right? And look, one more, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, blah, blah, blah. You know the routine, right? And leave me a comment down below. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Alrighty, look, I got I believe it's a 9-pound brisket. This is a Wagyu brisket. Yes, I did get it for crowdcow.com with that $25 off. Alrighty, and I'm going to do a quick cleaning, right? First off, take anything that's browned off, okay? Usually the ends of the meat, that was my first cut, right? Was a brown on the end, so I take that off. Also, anything hard, get rid of that. That's not going to render. And any silver skin that look that you don't like, take off, as you see I'm doing there, right? Look, we are backyard cooks, and this is not competition brisket, right? So look, just kind of feel around the meat, take off what you don't like, no big deal. It's still going to come out awesome, right? See there, I'm cutting away that thick silver skin type deal. That is not going to render, so I'm going to get rid of that. Same thing over here. Anything hanging loose like that, get rid of it and cut that off, right? If you take a little meat with it, again, it's no big deal. When you get that silver skin, just kind of tilt your knife upwards and just gotta let the knife do the work. Of course, a sharp knife definitely helps. There you go. You can see that marbling in this brisket. I mean, I am super pumped. This is an American Wagyu brisket. See, there's a hard chunk of fat. We're going to get rid of that. That's going to do us nothing. Oh man, look at that marbling. Oh yeah. So look, that looks pretty good right there. And look, I'm going to go with I'm going to keep this Texas and go with a SPG. That's it. Now look, if you've not made your own salt, pepper, garlic, I got links in the description. Check it out. You can buy the stuff from Amazon, and you can make it in big batches, and look, you're good to go. Now what I'm doing there is I'm, see how the grain is going? So I'm taking a corner off, and that's going to be my first slice. Okay, so remember that, and I'll point it out later in the video. And now look, this is going to be an all-night cook. I'm going to run the pit at 200 Fahrenheit straight through until the morning. I'm looking at about a 12-hour cook or so. And you want to get a nice dose of SPG or whatever rub you use, right? And look, for my Masterbuilt owners out there, stop using those fire starters. You're wasting your money. Get about a half a sheet of paper towel, couple tablespoons of oil, soak it, stick it in, light it, and you are good to go. Of course, you want to open up all the gates, doors, get that fire going, then kind of shut everything down and set your temperature. Like I said, I am going at 200 Fahrenheit. I got hickory and cherry wood in the hopper and in the ash bin. Now look, I'll be able to monitor my brisket. I'm using my trusty Weber iGrill 2. That gives me a great range, and I'll be able to monitor that in between, in between winks of sleep. I've got a link in the description if you'd like to check out the iGrill 2. Well worth the money. Since I did just clean the pit, I got a water pan underneath, just don't want to mess it up, right? I'll leave links to that cleaning video up top if you've not seen that. And also a new temperature gauge. I'll leave a link down below to that also. And just like that, up and at 'em, 4 a.m. And looking at the graph on the Weber iGrill, man, this pit held right at that 200 degrees the whole night, and I am super impressed. I am going with a 50-50 apple juice water spritz, and also I'm just checking my temp, and you can see I'm in the lower 140s. So we are 7 hours in, 200 Fahrenheit, 140s. We got another couple hours to go before the stall, of course. And my little hand signal there tells me we are at 8 hours. And we got a nice color. We are getting a pretty good, like I said, now it is at 5:30 a.m. So 8.5 hours. I'm going to give it a little spritz. I'm going to check that temp gauge. And now you'll notice as I move up towards the point, or a little bit higher cooked, which just means it's a little bit of a hot spot over there in the corner, which, if I remember correctly, my roll test showed. Alrighty, 6:30 a.m., 9.5 hours in, and I'm enjoying and liking that bark. So I pretty much know now we are in the stall, and the bark is perfect. Remember, it's not so much the stall, it's more or less the bark, right? You want to be happy with the color of the brisket before you wrap it, and then you'll know to take it out. You see we're probing like butter, but look, if I wasn't happy with the color, I'd let it run another half hour, but I am happy with the color. We're in the stall. So I'm going to get this sucker wrapped. Oh man. And we are fighting a little wind, so just kind of bear with me. And also I got my pit now cranked up to a 275, and that should blow us right through the stall and right into, into payday, right? To pay dirt. I am going with a couple of tablespoons of good old beef stock. Oh, man, this is a nice looking color. Man. Yes. Look, if you don't have this butcher paper in the 24 inches, I have links for that also down in the description. You definitely want that extra couple inches and get the 24 inches. You want to wrap it as tight as you can. I am going with a double wrap, and you can see I got the face down, and I will give another wrap and I will flip that face up. Also remember, when you Look, when you took the meat off the pit, if the temperature was 170 or so Fahrenheit, 160 or so Fahrenheit, when you put it back in and you put your temp gauge in, you want to be a degree or two off of that, right? That is a pro tip, because you want your temperature gauge in the right spot, in the right temperature reading, so you know when your brisket is ready to pull, right? Now I pretty much know exactly where I took that gauge out from. Okay, so I'm going to put the gauge in on that exact spot or so, and then I'm going to look over at my Weber iGrill too and make sure I'm a degree or two a difference than when I pulled it, right? So that way I know that now I'm done. And as we probe, we are like butter. Oh yeah. Oh man. And as you see, as we move towards that point, we are a little higher on the temperature. But that sucker is ready. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get this off. We're going to wrap it in a blanket, and we're going to get it in a cooler for about a 2 to 3 hour rest. This is Brisket 101 right here. And you can see my Molly standing guard. Either that or she's just waiting for something to drop. There's the Molly girl. Of course, there she is. That's a good girl. And like I said, I'll get this in the cooler for about a 2 to 3 hour rest. Now look, if you don't have a cooler, you can wrap it in some towels and put it in the stove, right? But hey, if you're going to do brisket, right, you might as well, or even pork, you might as well invest in like a $30 cooler. And just like that, I believe we were 3 hours in, and we are ready to eat. And always unwrapping these things is like Christmas, right? You just can't wait to see the bark and see the juices. Yeah, at least that's how I feel. Now look, that good bark right there is that extra half hour into the stall. You want to develop that good bark, because that's the bark that you're going to get when you unwrap it. And you could see a little jingle there. We are fighting some wind, like I said. And remember that little corner cut that I did back in the video where I'm going to slice it, and there it is right there. Because you really can't tell the grain when you got a nice bark. So you make that slice and slice away. You see that brisket, man, those juices are flowing. The smoke ring is not the best, but I mean, come on, look at that. Oh, man. And I'm just going to kind of let this play. Look, 200 through the night, right? We took it up into the stall. We were happy with the bark. We bumped up the pit to 275. We wrapped it with some beef broth, and we took it right into the 200 range. But more important, it probed like butter. When it probes like butter through the paper, you are good to go. I mean, what could one say? There you go. Got to get out the old hickory, right? And you got to get a slice with that. Look, I'm getting ready to bow out of this cook. Remember that $25 off Crowd Cow? Remember that 15% off Haley Home cutting boards. You can get your family name in there. That's a pretty cool Father's Day gift. And also, just as important is hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell, right? You want to get notified on all my future uploads. And with that view, leave a comment down below. Let me hear from you, especially if you have not commented before. And also, don't forget to check out my Masterbuilt Facebook channel. I'll leave links down below to that. And until next time, we will see you soon.